Okay, so that is hopefully going to be good. So as I've said to some of you already, I'm sorry if you've not received any recordings yet. I'm still working on the tech side of things. I have created a YouTube channel now, and I will invite you to, the videos will not be public, but you're not even in it either way, right? No. So, but I will send you the invites to be able to view those videos there, and I will see. I've been practicing recording some classes, so I will put all of them there, and they will be available to you, and then you can see which practices you like or which classes you would like to do at home. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Again, and I would quite like to start with a breathing exercise today. The same cleansing breaths that we've done before. If you find a comfortable seat that you can spend 5 to 10 minutes in, it might be sitting on a block or on a bolster. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. Just so you have space to use your lungs and to breathe into your belly. And before we start that, let's take a moment. I've been working a lot with this mudra where I bring my middle finger into the palm of the hands and then cross over with the thumb. And it is known for to encourage to listen more mindfully and more sensibly, so to really actively listening to the conversations around you. And I find it also very helpful for the internal dialogue to hear a little bit better what is happening inside. So if we take a moment to lower the gaze or close your eyes in your comfortable seat and allow yourself now to be open to the yoga ahead with your listening ears externally and internally. Starting with the external sensations. You might notice there's still soft music playing in the background. You can allow that to drift into the background as the soundscape of the room today. And then use your listening ears to tune in to your own world, into your own mental activity and thought patterns. And listen for a moment what is going on there. Are there to-do lists or experiences you had throughout the week or today? Plans, what you're going to do after class? Or any other thoughts on your mind? Notice how quickly the thoughts change and which ones are more sticky. And let the whole activity drift into the background as you bring your attention and your listening ears towards the sound and sensations of your breath. And notice what that feels like today. Noticing each inhalation and exhalation. The quality and the length of each inhalation and exhalation. And then bring your attention to your physical body as you're sitting on the mat. Areas that are comfortable, any adjustments you might like to make yourself even more comfortable. And I'm inviting you here to bring intention and mindfulness to today's class in the movements we're going to take. Finding in each pose, in every movement, the balance of the sore spots as well as the sweet spots that feel comfortable and nurturing, and the ones that feel perhaps challenging or less comfortable. And to begin with, I like to start with this cleansing breath, Kapalabhati. If you start to wiggle your fingers to release that mudra. And let's take, on the next inhale, take the arms up and bring some movement into the body, and then exhale, bringing the arms back down. Inhaling, bringing the arms up, and exhale, bringing the arms back down. Inhale, bringing the arms up to the side. Exhale, bring them out in front. Inhale, take the palms up. And exhale, bring them back out to the side. Inhale here. And exhale, bringing the hands back down. And just as a reminder, everything I suggest and say, please make this practice your very own and listen to your body. Especially if you've got a cold or a stuffy nose, then you might like to keep concentrating on breathing deeply and noticing if you can reach your belly with your breath. And otherwise, I'm inviting you to bring your hands down towards your belly. The cleansing breath is where we are snapping our tummy muscles in on the exhalation to force the air out through the nose, like so. And then instantly release the tummy again so the air can naturally flow in quietly and without sound. And then exhale again. You can use your own speed. I'll be breathing with you, but please listen to what works for you. It might be slower, it might be faster, depending on how often you've practiced this already. So let's just wriggle our spine again to make sure we've got plenty of space in our upper body. And then let's take 2 breaths in, inhaling and exhaling, taking the air deep into the tummy, and inhaling again and exhale. And then let's take an inhale together to prepare, and release. Take a few deep breaths here, or resting breath, ideally, allowing yourself to collect in any sensations, perhaps releasing the hands for a moment from your belly, and really sensing into the changes that you might notice in your nose and in your face, perhaps your throat, chest, or tummy. And then if you're using your hand on your belly, you can bring it back on. And take 2 more inhalations into the belly. And 1 more inhale. And exhale. And the next one is to prepare, inhaling and few resting breaths. Rest your arms or move your body in any way that feels good, and start to notice any changes within your body from the practice. And then let's bring, if you're using your hand on your tummy, or just bring your focus, so your attention back into a deep breathing into your belly. Let's take one inhale, two inhales again, inhale and exhale. And one more inhale and the exhale. And then inhale to prepare, and release. Okay, notice if anything's changing, or if you need to wipe, blow your nose. Let's take our arms out to the side again, inhaling, taking them up, keeping the gaze low. Exhale, take the hands down. Inhaling, taking the arms up again. And exhale out. Inhaling, taking the arms forward, palms facing up. Exhale. Inhale, taking the arms out to the side. And exhale, bring the hands down. And if you want to bring your hands lightly onto, like your fingertips onto the side. Inhale, and on the exhale, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Take an inhale here, and exhale. Inhaling to come through the center. And exhaling, dropping the right ear onto the right shoulder, and exhale. Inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, coming back through the center, and exhaling, dropping the left ear down. Inhale, and exhale. Collecting the sensations along the spine, inhaling, along your shoulders, exhaling. The right ear over to the right. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling to come back to the center, and exhale, dropping the chin down towards the chest. Take a couple of breaths here, and then inhaling, lifting the head back up. Inhaling, taking the arms forward again, palms facing up. Exhale, turn the palms, inhale, and then exhale, bring the hands down, and then remove any support and props. We're going to come down onto our backs, keeping the knees pointing towards the ceiling. And of course, if you're using any support in that position for your head or your feet, then please do that. And allow your body to adapt to the change in position, allowing the whole upper back to lie heavy on the mat. And observe your breath, if you can, again tuning those inner ears into the sounds of your breathing. And into the sensations that this brings. And then on the next inhalation, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling and start by rotating the foot in all directions. Inhaling and exhaling as you go. If you're familiar with using the Victorious Ujjayi breath in the back of your throat with a restriction, then please use that as a support and change direction into the other way. And then pause the movement. Inhaling, flexing the foot, pulling the toes towards your face, and then exhaling, pointing towards the ceiling. Inhaling, stretching the foot back towards your face, and exhaling, pointing the toes towards the ceiling. And if you feel like you want to support your leg as we're concentrating on the movements of the ankle, if that feels more comfortable, then please do that. And I'm inviting you, as you're doing these simple stretches, to do them really mindfully. As you're inhaling, starting to peel the toes back towards your face first, and the ball of the foot, and then the whole foot. And on the exhale, do it in the reverse first, the sole of the foot, the ball, and then the toes, matching the movement with your breath. Inhaling, taking the whole length of your inhalation to move your foot towards your face or toes. And then on the next inhalation, pause with the flexed foot towards your face. Inhale and exhale. And then on the next, and then take a nice inhale, and on the exhale, move the sole of the foot over to the right, as if the balls of your feet looking over your right knee. And then exhaling here, inhaling, bringing your foot back to the center, and then exhaling, allowing the sole of the foot to turn to the left. Inhaling, bringing it back to the center, and exhaling to the right. Inhaling, flexing the foot to the center, and then showing the sole of the foot over to the left, only moving in the ankle. Inhaling and then exhaling. Lovely. Inhaling, flexing the foot towards the ceiling, and then exhaling, turning the sole of the foot over to the left. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, lifting the foot back up towards the ceiling, and exhale, dropping the foot back down onto the floor. Perhaps on the way down, give it a little shake, and allowing that left leg to sit with the right. Inhale, reaching the right leg up towards the ceiling, and again starting with some ankle circles, warming up the ankle joint, noticing your breath, and then turning the circle in the other direction. And then on the inhale, flexing the foot and allowing the sole of the foot to face the ceiling, and exhaling, pointing the foot away. Inhaling, flexing the foot, and exhaling, pointing the right foot towards the ceiling, and then slowing it down to really bringing the toes back first, the ball of the feet, and then the whole of the foot, and then exhaling, again starting with the sole of the foot heading towards the ceiling, the ball, and then finally the toes, matching the movement with the length of your breath. Inhaling, bring the foot towards you, and exhaling, pointing it away. Inhaling, bringing the foot towards your face, and exhaling, taking it away. Mindfully working through all the areas of the foot, allowing your breath to support each movement. And then on the next inhalation, and when your foot is flexed towards your face, exhale, take another inhale, and on the exhale, turn the sole of your foot to look over to the left hand side. Inhaling, flexing that foot against towards the ceiling, and then exhaling, turning the sole of the foot over to the left. Inhaling, bringing the foot back into the center, and then exhaling, allowing the sole to turn over to the right. Inhaling, bringing the sole back towards the ceiling, and exhaling, turning the sole at the ankle joint over to the left. Inhaling, bringing it back, and exhaling, turning to the right. Inhaling to the center, and exhaling the sole over to the left. Inhaling through the center one more time and exhaling over to the left. Inhale one more time and then exhale, bend your knee, shake your leg on the way down and bring your right foot next to your left. And here take a moment to sense into your ankles, noticing collecting any sensation and feedback. And then place your feet in a nice distance away from your buttocks. We're going into bridge pose next. But today I would like you to, if it's available to you, to lift your feet up and stand on your heels as we're doing bridge pose. And I'm gonna walk you through it. If that is not available, of course you can leave your feet on the mat and come into bridge in any more familiar way. Take your hands down next to your body, palms facing down, or in any other way that you feel supported before you go into bridge. And then firstly, inhaling to lift the toes only off the mat and exhaling, dropping them back down. Inhaling, lifting the toes off the mat again, and exhale, bringing them back down. And then inhaling, lifting the whole of the foot up, so the heels are only on the mat, and exhale, bring them back down. Inhaling, lifting the whole foot up, heels down, and exhale. And now let's try to roll the pelvis up by pushing the knees over the toes and allowing the pelvis to float up into the air, and then exhale, bring it back down. Let's do that dynamically a couple of times, inhaling to lift and exhaling to bringing the hips back down. Inhaling, lifting the pelvis and the feet up, and exhale, bring them back down and dropping the feet. Bring everything down to the mat, having the footprints behind your buttocks and your hips on the ground, your arms next to your body or where you choose them to be. Take a moment again to bring your attention into your footprint and the structure of your legs, knees pointing towards the ceiling and the pelvis and the upper back lying on the mat. Inhaling, lifting the feet up towards the ceiling, and exhale. Inhaling, lifting the hips up by moving the knees over the toes, and exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, dropping the pelvis back down. Inhale, and exhale, dropping the feet back onto the mat. Inhaling, lifting the feet back up. Exhale, inhaling, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bringing the hips and the feet back down onto the mat. Take one breath here, collecting any information and sensation, and then one more time, inhaling, lifting the feet up. Exhale, inhaling, lifting the pelvis up, and exhale. Inhale, and on the exhale, allowing the hips to roll back down onto the mat. Inhale and exhale, allowing the feet to come back down. And if it feels comfortable, take your feet a little bit further away from your buttocks, like a bit foot away, so your knees are a bit lower. And we're going to do 4 more of these lifts. Inhaling, lifting the toes up towards the ceiling, so we're sitting on our heels. Exhale. Inhaling, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, and exhale. Inhale and exhale, allowing the hips to drop back down and the feet to return to the mat. Take a resting breath. Inhaling, lifting the toes and the whole sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Exhale. Inhaling, lifting the pelvis up into the air, and exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, bringing your pelvis and your feet back down onto the mat. And then take your arms, inhale the arms up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bring them back out to the side. And take the feet a little bit closer to your buttocks and wider towards the outside edges of your mat. And here notice your breath again. Inhaling, and then on the exhale, allowing your knees to roll over to the left. We do this dynamically too. Inhaling, bringing the knees back up towards the ceiling, and on the exhale, dropping them over to the right. Inhaling the knees up through the center, and exhaling them over to the left. Inhaling through the center and exhaling over to the right. And let's allow now our head to roll in the direction of where the knees are rolling. Inhaling through the center and exhaling over to the right. Inhaling and exhaling as you're dropping the knees to one side, taking your head with you. Inhaling through the center and exhaling over to one side. Inhaling through the center, allowing the head to roll along with the knees. Inhaling through the center and exhaling over to the other side. And the next time now you come over to the side, allow your arms to travel with the knees on top of the arm that is already lying on the ground. Inhaling again through the center, taking the arm along with the knees and rolling over to the side of the other side. So your back rolls across the mat. You're coming onto the side of your shoulder. And notice if your breath is still supporting you as you're inhaling to travel towards the center, and on the exhale to roll over to the side. Maybe the knees are dropping to, involving the whole of the body. Inhaling through the center and exhaling over to one side. And the next time now you're coming to the side, you can roll onto your lower arm. So if you're on the left, you roll onto the left arm, which brings up your upper body as you're rolling from side to side. Notice if your breath is still supporting your movements. As you're bringing your upper body up, as you're rolling over to one side, coming onto, slowly making our way towards sitting. Rolling a few more times. And then bring yourself up into sitting. And here we're going to bring our legs out in front. Give them a little shake, and we are going to reach back. So you want to be fairly forward on your mat to have enough space at the back. And then we're going to start opening our legs out. And we're going to sit in this position for a while. So again, if it's more comfortable for you to sit on a blanket or a block, as we're taking some forward folds, then please take the props that you need. And we're also going to keep working on our ankles. So let's just get familiar with feeling our legs, like with our hands. Just giving them a little rub down on each side. And then starting to bring in the feet. On the inhale, flexing your feet up towards your face, and then on the exhale, allow to be lean forward and pointing the feet, then come back up, inhaling, and then exhale, moving forward. Inhaling to come up, and exhale to move forward. And then we do that one more time, inhaling, and on the exhale, we're going to pause the movement, keep breathing, and sensing into the new position of the body. You can wriggle your toes so your feet are pointing but not stressed. And notice the weight of your body leaning forward. Bring your attention to the whole of your spine. And of course, take any adjustments that you might need. If you need to bring yourself up a little bit higher with the upper body, or feel that gravity is pulling you down a little bit further. Again, using the listening towards your body to make this pose your own. You might also prefer to have your hands in front of you on your lower arms, on your hands. And then with the next inhalation, change the position of your feet and flexing the toes towards your face. And notice if that's changing anything for you. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're going to inhale to come all the way back up and give those legs a little shake. Next, I would like to do a little bit of a dynamic movement. Let's take the arms out towards the side and then exhaling over the right leg, but placing the hands on either on the leg or on the side of the leg, and then coming up, inhaling. And on the exhale, we're going to lean backwards onto the left arm and taking the right arm over the side. And then we're going to push ourselves back up on the inhale, and on the exhale, we lean back over the right leg. So let's see how that goes in a few times, inhaling to come up, and then exhaling onto the lower left leg and exhaling over. Inhaling again to a lean up, and exhaling, stretching over the right leg. Inhaling to come up, and then on the exhale, drop onto the right leg. Inhaling to come up, and exhale to lean forward. Inhaling to come up, and exhale, leaning over to the right, to the left hand side. Inhaling to come up, and exhale, dropping the hands back down. Now we're going to bring our left leg in and fold it somewhere in front of you. You might again want to use a blanket under the ankle if you like, or yes. To make it more comfortable, and we're going to repeat the same sequence of rocking back and forth between the two. But of course, if you want any more time in each one, then please do that. Inhale, take the arms out, and exhale, leaning over the right leg. And this time, I would also invite you to move your foot along with it. So you're flexing the foot as we're exhaling, bringing it up, and then inhale, coming to the center, and then exhaling onto the lower arm, and then stretching the foot away and really leaning over to the left. Let's actually take it with a couple of breaths in between. Take an inhale and exhale here. And then on the inhale, let's push into the hand to come up, flex the foot, and then exhaling over the right leg. Take an inhale and an exhale here. And then inhaling to come up, starting to point the foot, reaching for the lower left arm, and then really leaning in, pointing the toe, and allowing the body to turn to the side. Inhaling to come back up, and then exhaling over the right leg with a flexed foot, and taking a couple of breaths here. Inhaling again to come up, and over the exhale, leaning over to the side, pointing the foot away. Lovely. Inhaling to come up again, and exhale. Give your wrists a little shake. Let's do a little bit of a wrist stretch and a little break. Let's take a nice inhale here, and then exhale, moving the hands away, stretching the wrists. Inhaling, turning the palms and bringing the arms back in, and turning and exhaling, moving the hands away. Turning and inhaling, bringing the arms up. Turn and exhale, pushing the hands away. Turn and inhale, bringing the arms in. Notice your spine might be lengthening, and exhale, moving the palms out and away. Turn the palms again, inhale, and exhale, moving them away. Turn again and inhale, and then turn and exhale, pushing those hands away. And then release the hands and the fingers, give them a little wiggle. And the next rocking movement, we're going to come up onto our left hand. If that's available, you can either come back onto your lower arm, or if you like, you can then bring your hips up and push into your left hand. So let's try that together. Inhale here, and then start by exhaling over the right leg. Inhaling to come up, and then on the exhale, dropping the hand down and roll the hips up, pointing the foot. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and then come back into the center. Exhaling over the right leg. Inhaling to come up, taking the arms out, and then exhaling, rolling onto the left hand and lengthening. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and then exhaling, coming back into the center. Inhale here, exhale over the right leg. Inhale to come to the center, and then exhaling over and up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming to the center, and release. How did that feel? Good. Let's bring those legs back out and take a little break, collecting our sensations. So if you like to bring yourself all the way forward, and we're going to lie down just for the comparison, having a chance here, rolling all the way back onto your back with your arms and legs long. And taking a moment here to collect the sensations between each side. We've worked across the body, stretching over the right leg, then leaning onto the left. And you allow yourself to scan and listening into the feedback that you're receiving in your two hips, the right and the left. Do you notice different sensations in each one? Or in your wrists, your right and your left. or any part of your body that feels different to the other, the right and the left. And then from here again, roll over to one side and bring yourself up into sitting. Going to start again with the legs coming out, taking any support that you like, any props to sit on, as we're moving on to the other side. And we're going to take the arms out on the inhale, and on the exhale now leaning over onto the left leg. Inhaling to come up, and exhaling, leaning over the right leg. Inhaling to come up, and then exhaling, coming onto the lower right arm and taking the left arm over your head. Inhaling to come back up into the center, and exhaling, leaning over the right leg. Inhaling, coming back up, and exhaling, leaning over the right hand side. Inhaling to come up, and then exhaling, and now let's bring the foot in and flexing the foot as we're leaning over the left leg. Inhaling, taking the arms out, and exhaling, coming onto the right arm and pointing the toes away from us, the left toe, sorry. Inhaling, coming back through the center and flexing the left foot, and exhaling, leaning over the right leg. Inhaling to come back up, and exhaling, pointing the toe and leaning onto the lower right arm. Inhale to come back up, and exhale, release the arms back down. This time we're going to move the right leg in, sorry. You can take any cushions that you might need or any support. And then we're going to inhale, taking the arms out to the side, and exhale, leaning over and gently noticing the difference in the experience of the hip and knees. Inhaling to come back up, and exhale, leaning over onto the lower arm, pointing the toe of the left foot away, and then inhaling to come back up, and exhaling, flexing the left foot and leaning over the left leg. Coming back up to the center and dropping onto the right arm, pointing the toes away of the left foot. Inhaling, flexing the left foot, and exhaling, reaching over the left leg. Inhaling here and exhaling, leaning over to the right, pointing the foot away, reaching across. Inhaling, coming back up through the center, flexing the foot, and exhale, release over the left leg, sorry. Inhaling to come up to the center and giving your wrists a little shake. And this time we're just moving the wrists like back to front, and then also from side to side, and doing a circle before we're going to put some pressure and our body weight onto them. So let's move on again, leaning now onto the right hand if that feels available. Inhaling, taking the arms out, and then on the exhale, placing the right leg and lift up and roll over, pointing the toe, and then inhaling to come back down, and exhaling, reaching over the left leg with a flexed foot. Inhaling, bringing the arms out, and then exhaling, dropping the hips and lift up. Taking inhale here, and an exhale, inhale, and then on the exhale, dropping the hips down. Inhale and exhale, leaning over the right leg with a flexed foot. Inhaling to come up, and exhaling to roll and lift taking the gaze down towards the floor, pointing the left foot. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, reaching over and coming back down, exhaling over the left leg. One last time, inhaling to come up and exhaling, reaching over to the right, pointing your left foot. Inhale, and on the exhale, dropping the hips, come back down, inhale and exhale, reach over the left leg, flexing your left foot. Inhaling and exhaling, and then inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your left leg in too, and then bring yourself into a small position with your feet close to your buttocks. Just check that you have got enough space. You might need to wriggle a little bit forward. And we're going to roll back. I think you might need to come a little forward. And then we're going to gently roll back onto the mat.
Just gone somewhere else from.
I think you might still need a little bit more space. We're going to come back onto our backs. Yes, not so short. And then gently roll back onto your back. That's it. Bring your knees in and give them a little squeeze, rocking from side to side. And then lift your head up and look at your knees, and then roll the head back down gently, allowing the spine to be like your neck to be nice and long. And then after a little bit of rocking, find stillness in this pose, allowing the weight of the knees to travel towards your chest. And again, take this opportunity to collect the sensations and to process the movements. And the stretches we've done a moment ago. Inhaling, and then on the exhale, release your hands and drop your feet back onto the mat. Inhale, taking the arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring them back down next to your body and fingertips pointing towards the heels. Inhaling, lifting the arms back up. And then exhale, allowing your arms to travel overhead on the floor behind you. Bend your elbows as you need to. And then one more time, inhaling, taking the arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, dropping them behind you and allow them to rest. Bend your elbows as much as you need to be comfortable. Bring your feet together. Take a nice inhale here, and on the exhale, allow your knees to open out to the side. Creating a lovely diamond shape. And if you like, you can bring your fingertips and your thumbs together over your head to mimic the diamond shape that your feet and your pelvis are creating with the knees. And let's collect again any sensations around your body. And then inhaling, bringing the hands up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring them down to the side. Inhaling, bringing your knees up towards the ceiling and your footprints onto the mat. And exhale, dropping the knees over to one side. If you remember which side you've brought yourself up into sitting earlier, then you choose the other side to bring yourself back up into sitting. And from here, if you wriggle all the way down to the middle-ish, swing elegantly your knees around.
Come up with a hug.
let me see. Oh,
Very elegant.
beautifully done. And we're going to come onto all fours. And here we are going to be again spending a little bit of time. If you want any cushioning under your knees, then please do that if that feels more comfortable. And then bring your knees out to feel for your hips to be nicely supported. And let's move our hands around the clock a couple of times. Notice how that feels all around. For the wrists now to take the weight of the upper body. The angles that feel comfortable, the ones that feel more challenging or odd. Come onto your knuckles and also on your fingertips. And then place your hands nicely under your shoulders. And we're going to do some cat-cow movements again by lifting from the space between your shoulder blades, lifting as if our shoulders, the neck and the head would be one unit. So let's lift the chest up and then exhaling, dropping the chest back down and the head, and then taking the gaze into the belly button and allowing that movement to travel across the spine until it starts to reach the tailbone as the pelvis curves in. And then on the next inhale, starting to straighten out, lifting the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades up in a long stretch and unfolding the spine. And then exhaling, dropping the head again, allowing that movement to travel from the area of the shoulder blades all around the spine until the tailbone tucks towards your nose. Inhaling, doing it in reverse, lifting through the bit between the shoulder blades, allowing the whole neck to lift, and then exhaling, dropping the head back down and taking the gaze towards your belly button. Bring your attention to your spine, and in your mind's eye taking the journey up from the top of your head along the spine. So if you keep moving in your own length of breath and movement, and stay with your own sensations along the spine. And if you like to explore it from the top, as I'm suggesting, between the shoulder blades, thinking of your head to be like a horse's head and neck, like a long, strong unit, and then you're taking your tip of your nose down towards the belly button, and then shift your awareness from the middle of from the space between your shoulder blades down along the spine, noticing how that movement travels until your pelvis and your tailbone curls towards the belly button. Taking your time with your breath and movement, staying with the sensations along the spine. And with your listening, your inner listening ears, pick up the sensations of where this feels comfortable and more challenging. And let's increase now the circle of movement on the next exhale as you're releasing your hips. Allow your hips to travel towards the heels. And then as you're inhaling and lifting your horse's head up, allow that to happen over your wrists. And then on the exhale to bring, as you're rounding your spine, allowing your hips to travel towards your heels and your elbows bend. So you're starting to make a big circle with your upper body as you're going through the cat and cow movement. Inhaling and exhaling as your body requires. When you're inhaling, lifting your horse head up, and then exhaling, dropping it back down, taking the gaze into the belly button and your hips down towards the heels, bending the elbows and inhaling to lean, come forward, lifting the head and neck up from the shoulders, driving the movement from the shoulder blade, and then coming back down, taking the weight over to the heels. And the next time you're exhaling down towards the heels, allow your body to find a stillness in that pose. You might like to make a cushion for your forehead with your arms or your hands. Allowing to have a connection with the forehead to the surface. And taking your breath along the spine or where you can sense it the most. Shift your awareness to your breath. And find the sensations of where you're noticing it now. Is it along your back? Do you feel it more pressing against your thighs and your tummy? Just be curious and acknowledge where your breath is giving you the most feedback. And then slowly uncurl and come back onto all fours. Bringing the knees close together. And then with the next inhalation, step your left foot forward. And find a good footprint for your left foot. And then let's bring the arms up on the inhale. And exhale, bring them out to the side, palms facing up. Inhaling, taking the arms forward. And exhale, take them out to the side. Inhale and exhale, dropping the elbows down towards the hips. Inhaling, taking the arms down. Exhale, turn the palms. Inhale, and then exhale, swim the arms backwards and down towards your hips. Inhaling, bringing the arms forward. Palms facing each other, and then turn and exhale, swinging the hands back. Turn the palms and inhale forward. And then exhale, bringing the hands either onto the knee or if it feels comfortable, lean over and reach towards the floor. Inhale and exhale here. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhaling, coming all the way up again. And exhale, take the arms down. Bring your hands down to either side of the left foot and swap the legs over, so if you can take the left foot back and bring the right foot forward. Finding a good footprint. Sometimes it helps to lift the toes up to allow the footprint to be active and firm. And then inhale, taking the arms up. And exhale, take the arms out to the side, palms facing up. Inhaling, taking the arms forward. Exhale, turn the palms and swim the hands back. Turn the palms, inhaling, moving forward. And exhale, moving the hands back. Inhaling, turning the palms, come forward. Exhale, take the palms up. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side. And exhale, dropping the elbows in. Inhaling, taking the arms out. Exhale, dropping the elbows towards the hips. Inhaling, taking the arms up again. And on the exhale, take the upper body forward and allowing the arms to travel down towards the hands, beautiful, towards the feet. Inhaling and exhaling here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then inhaling, coming back up and taking the right foot back. Finding again our position on all fours. And this time opening the knees and curling the toes under. That reminds me, let's stretch the feet first, even though we've used them quite a lot, but let's bring your one foot back and curl onto your toes, bringing a little bit of body weight in before we go into downward facing dog. And then swap over and bring a little bit of body weight into your other foot. And then bring that knee back in, curl your toes under. And here again, let's lift our knees first a couple of times. Notice how that feels. And then unfolding the legs, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. And exhale. Inhaling, bending the knees, allowing the upper body to travel towards the top of the thighs, and exhaling, lifting the hips back up. Inhaling, bending the knees. Exhaling, lifting the hips back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, and on the exhale, start to move your feet towards your hands. Bending the knees, softening the upper body. And then pausing here for a moment, leaning over the feet. And taking the opportunity to start to move as we are coming up. We've moved from side to side. First of all, swinging the hands in front of us. Noticing how that feels in the soles of your feet. And then slowly taking that movement of swinging from side to side up as we are building our foundation, unfolding up into standing. And give everything like your arms a little shake. Find a nice position for your feet. So we're shifting our focus now into a balance. If you prefer to be on a wall, we're going to do a variation of the eagle pose. If you like to be in your wall, please change. Otherwise, let's have our toes pointing forward. Taking a moment to stand tall in a mountain. If you like to have your palms facing out, then please do. And let's take a journey from our footprints, lifting the toes and dropping the toes back down, out engaging, so to engage our feet. Dropping your gaze in front of you, and then bring your inner awareness, your attention down to your footprint. Noticing all the toes, the edges of the feet, the heels. Stacked on top, notice your ankles, your knees, and your hips. Notice the strength in your legs. And then notice the lift in your upper body. Notice your tummy muscles and your lengthening and lifting, your chest lifting. And notice in the back, your spine elongating, allowing you to stand tall and strong. Notice your arms on your side. And from here, inhale, take the arms up and your gaze. And exhale, bring the hands all the way back down. Inhaling, taking the arms forward, and exhale. Inhale, take the arms out to the side. And then on the exhale, swing your left arm over your right and either hold your elbows or take any variation of your arms that you might like to go into an eagle pose. And then let's, from here, settle our gaze in front, inhaling, and on the exhale, drop into a chair, bending your knees. Inhale, and on the exhale, shift your body weight over onto your right foot. Inhaling, lifting your left foot, stand on your toe, exhale. And then if you want to stay here and focus, otherwise on the next inhale, lift your left leg up, and then either bring it over or on top of your right leg. And notice the sensation, the strong foundation of your right foot, the length of your spine at the back, your breath supporting you throughout. And then on the next inhalation, lift your left leg up again and lengthen your right leg, and exhale, dropping your foot down. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side, and exhale, release it down. Beautiful concentration. Let's take it to the other side. Come onto your toes before you're bringing yourself back down, lifting the toes back up and dropping the feet down. Inhaling, taking the arms out to all the way up to the top, and then exhale, bringing them all the way down. Inhale, take the arms forward. Exhale, turn the palms up. Inhale, take the arms out to the side, and then on the exhale, swing your right arm under your left. And then again, either reach for your shoulders or twist your arms into a position that you're comfortable with for eagle. Inhaling and exhaling. Take a nice inhale here, and on the exhale, drop your hips, bending your knees. Inhaling here, and exhale, shift your body weight over to the right leg, and then inhaling, lifting your right foot off the heel of the mat, and either stay here, and then or on the next inhalation, lifting your right leg up and over or close to a balance. Bringing your attention into your left foot, carrying all your body weight. Sending your sensations, your awareness along the spine. And notice your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Is your breath supporting you? And on the next inhale, lift your right leg up and lengthen your left leg. Exhale, dropping your right foot back down. Inhale, take the arms out to the side, and exhale, bring them back down and release. Very nice. And then let's come to the front of the mat, taking the feet out towards the side. Inhaling, taking the arms up. Exhale, turn the palms facing up. Inhale, and then exhale, drop into your chair. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side. And then exhale, bring the hands down by the side. Inhaling, taking the arms up again. And on the exhale, bring them on top of the right hip. And from here, let's take a nice inhale, lengthening the spine. And on the exhale, slowly turn over the right shoulder, starting with the whole of the body, and the gaze comes over the right shoulder. Lovely. Inhaling and exhaling. And then inhaling, stand up and take the arms up, lengthening your legs. Exhaling, taking the gaze down. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side again. Exhale, bring them forward. Inhaling, turn the palms up. And exhale, dropping down. Inhale here, and then on the exhale, take your hands on top of the left hip. Inhale, and on the exhale, start to turn your upper body and your gaze over to the left-hand side. Take a couple of breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. And then inhaling to stand all the way up, and exhale, taking the arms down. Now let's come back down to the floor. Inhale and exhale, bending from the hip joint, coming all the way down. Bending the knees and walk back onto all fours. Let's take one inhalation here. And on the exhale, come down onto your forearms. Dropping the head, looking at the knees. And collect any sensations around your body. As we're approaching the floor, let's take one more inhalation by lifting the upper body and the head like a horse's head up. And then on the exhale, dropping the head back down and looking at the knees. Inhaling, lifting the long head and neck up. Looking at your thumbs, and exhale, dropping through the shoulder blades, the head and back down. Inhaling one more time to lift the head and chest up. And then exhale, dropping the head back down. And release back into a child's pose. Allowing your hands to support your forehead. And if you're comfortable here, then stay here. If you're more comfortable, then take any changes that you might need to make. As I'm inviting you at this stage to either continue to explore your own breath or follow me into a breath where we're doubling the exhalation to the inhalation. And I'll give you some count, but encourage you to use your own count or make your own exploration. If you do want to do this with my following my instructions, then I'm inviting you to exhale fully now, and then inhale for 1, 2, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Adding, inhale 1, 2, 3, and exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, and exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a few more rounds in your own rhythm. Continue with the one I've set. Allowing your inner ear to listen out for the sensations along your breath. If at any point you need to change your position and lie down, please do. And then release and let go of the count of the breath. And then with the next inhalation, allow yourself to come back up and release your legs in front. And then start to make your way down towards the floor for relaxation, collecting any props that you might need. And if you like an eye pillow, yeah. And using anything, blankets and socks, to keep yourself warm, supporting your body to be restful. We've been working really hard today. This is now the time where there's nothing else to do. If you've used Ujjayi breathing, then please release it now, or any other control of your breath, and allow that to settle down in its natural rhythm, allowing you a chance to observe what that is like. You might notice a difference to earlier when we started the practice. And I'm inviting you again to go through your senses. You might have closed your eyes or used an eye pillow. Notice now you're using now your ears and your hearing, acknowledging any sounds around you. Might be sounds from the business being conducted in the building, sounds from each other, gentle music from the cupboard. Cars driving by, and allow those sounds to be acknowledged as the soundscape. As you bring your attention once more to your breath, just as an observer, noticing the supportive breath during your rest. Being assured that your breath will carry on without any influence or control. And then shift your awareness into your physical body. Notice the space it is occupying on the mat. And imagine today that starting from the top of your head, from the crown of your head, that there is a liquid or a warm light traveling down, allowing the top of your head to soften and release. And as that feeling moves across your forehead and your eyebrows, your eyelids, and the top of your ears on the right and on the left, it feels comfortable and softening, calming. And that warm light or liquid travels further over your nose and the back of your head. Feeling of release over the top of your upper lip. And the front lip, the bottom lip, the chin and the throat. And at the back, travels down the back of your neck. And the whole of your head is bathed in warmth, release, and calm. And it travels down over your shoulders, engulfing your collarbones and shoulder blades. And it's starting to run down your upper arms and your chest area, engulfing and softening all that is within the lungs and the heart, as it keeps creeping forward, down along the tummy and the sides of your body, your lower back and into your hips. By now, the whole upper body down to the hips is soft and released. And the light or liquid carries on flowing from your hips down through your upper legs, softening and calming, warming, releasing through your knees and your lower legs, your ankles and your feet. By now, your entire body is soft, calm, comfortable, and released. And I'm inviting you to bring your attention to the space above and between your eyebrows, using your imagination to place yourself on a beach on a warm summer's day, noticing the sun shining at a comfortable heat upon you, and you instantly notice the warmth of the summer. It's a comfortable heat. And you're at a beach of your choice. It could be tropical with sand under your feet. Or you might find yourself along a familiar beach on the British coastline with gravel under your feet. Either way, the surface is warming and comforting to the soles of your feet. It's a lovely warmth that spreads through the sole of your feet into the rest of your body, and is met with the heat you're receiving through your skin from the sun above. You feel secure and comfortable. You're a little bit away from the shoreline overlooking the movement of the sea. It is a calming sea with gentle waves rolling onto the beach. And as you look up above the waters, you see a bunch of seagulls floating playfully in a small group. Every now and then darting into the water, they might have found some prey or some floating food that they're feasting on. It's joyful to watch them floating together, helping themselves to the food. And also playfully releasing some sounds as the sea is still calmly moving onto the beach. And you take in the scenery for a moment longer, enjoying the heat of the sun and the ground underneath your feet, the playful display of the seagulls, and with that, it's time to release the image, allowing that to gently drop out of focus. And for you to bring your awareness back into the space above and between your eyebrows. And your awareness back into your body, resting on the mat. Opening up your sensations and allowing other sounds to come back in. Starting to introduce some more movement into your body. And allowing light to return to your eyes by removing the eye pillow or blinking your eyes open. And then taking any stretches and gentle movements of your head and arms and body as you're finding your way back to the day ahead. And make your way into sitting, where I like to chant Om 3 times. You're invited to sing it with me or let the sound wash over you. you feel the sunshine, may you be delighted. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Wonderful.